Hello my mercenaries. I made the mistake earlier of watching a reaction video. It kind of rolled on after another video that I was watching. And it was someone sitting there, listening to music, lyrics on screen, discussing the meaning of the lyrics. And I decided, it's a decision I made a long time ago, but I really did decide today that I don't like reaction videos. And yet, it seems that I'm in the reaction game. The existential dilemmas of the human race. Some people have the weight of the world on their shoulders. Really meaningful shit going on. My dilemma is, I'm a reactioner. I'm a reaction who doesn't like reactions. Today's video is a little different. You guys have been saying, listen to this, listen to this, listen to Blonde by Frank Ocean, listen to my beautiful, deep, dark, twisted desires by Kanye West. And so this is just my own pure indulgence. This is an album that over the years, I've seen the artwork and I've always thought, oh, I'd like to own that album because I like the artwork. It's one of these kind of old heavy metal albums with Games Workshop, fantasy, robots, guns, the sort of thing that you'd go into a shop and you'd buy condoms and porn mags and then sort of hide this in amongst it. But I thought, what the hell? This is a journey into the unknown, the Mercurial unknown. And I thought, I could just buy it. I could buy the album that I looked at the artwork and thought, oh, look at that. Oh, here it is. It's Bolt Throwers. Never heard of them. Bolt Throwers, Realm of Chaos. I genuinely don't know. I mean, I assume it's going to be heavy because it's on Earache Records, and Earache were a record label that had bands that had songs that were about 2 or 3 seconds long. Well, the drummer would count in 1, 2, 3, 4, and everyone would just play their instruments at the same time. Blah! And they'd give it a title like The Existential Crisis of Man. Little did they know that 20, 30, 40 years later, the Mercurial No. 6 would be sitting in a studio, really, truly pondering on the existential crisis of man with a Bolt Thrower album in his arm. Excitingly, full dynamic range pressed from the original tapes. I like that. Now, as long as the original tapes didn't deteriorate too much over the years, which could be, seriously, could be an issue. Sometimes you don't want to press things from the original tapes because the original tapes may have turned to dust, like my sanity. But here we go, Bolt Thrower, Earache Records, 1989. Let's just take the cellophane off so we can truly admire, the whole point of having this, to truly admire said penciled artwork. The sort of artwork that would be admired by someone who in their youth painted little lead figures. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory manner, because I used to walk past Games Workshop and look through the window and think, oh, I kind of wish I had those little figures. And I wish I was the sort of person who would enjoy painting them, but I don't know. Life went by and before you know it, I'm sitting here talking to you. Shh. Right. Get on with it! It's not gatefold. Oh, I've still got Foul Starp in my head from Radiohead's In Rainbows. If you've never watched the previous video on Radiohead's In Rainbows, go and watch it. That was an absolute delight. There's a hint somewhere in the room, not telling you where, about what the next video is going to be. Shh. Earache Records is going to be a heavy band. They're called Bolt Thrower. I don't even know what country they're from, but let's assume, probably wrong to do so, let's assume because it's Earache that they are from England. It's called Realm of Chaos. This is very, I don't know, around the world, do you have Games Workshop? You might not have them, like Warhammer. I think you have I never owned any Warhammer stuff, but I think it's games, and you get little lead figures that you paint, and it's all fantasy and kind of guns. You'll have like a little guy, 4 foot tall, but he'll have a gun the size of Dolph Lundgren on his side if you turn Dolph Lundgren into a gun. And he'll be carrying him around like that. Kind of like where the Terminator or Commando or whatever will kind of walk along with a shotgun and kind of like load it just by doing that with one arm. Or like holding him a whole machine gun, massive machine gun with just one hand. That kind of thing. But like Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci. Short man syndrome. Sorry if any of you are out there who are short men or women. I'm not sexist. Or heightist. Shh, it's going to be heavy. Right. It's going to be heavy. Right, ready? Ah! Oh, yes! Hang on. I was about to say we were going to have the opportunity of finally replacing Igor, because that was the last postery thing we had in any album, and that was a long time ago. A severe lack of posters. We got the plans for the bolt thrower. In fact, it looks like we have plans for the album cover. There's his plans. See that? For the album cover. See that? So let's look at the middle one maybe. Let's just see what the album cover ended up looking like. It's ended up looking like the one on the right, I think. What do you think? Like that one. Hang on. Like that one? Right, or push. Ready? Dun dun dun! Yeah, I think so. The problem is, before I put that on the wall, it has the lyrics. So if I put that up there to replace Igor, I can't read the lyrics. And you know, when it comes to death metal albums, you gotta recorded April 1989 at Loco Studios, Wales. Mixed July 89 at Slaughterhouse Studio, Yorkshire. Oh, we got a pic. Right, let's just check this out. We've got a picture of Bolt Thrower here. Oh my god, is that? Not that it would matter. I mean, like, oh my god, but is that a girl in the band? What do you think? See that on the second from the left? Isn't that quite a good-looking girl? I mean, which is a good thing. A girl and is that a girl? Hang on. Maybe it's not a girl. Girl in a death metal band. Is this even death metal? Thanks to Games Workshop for the original art on initial printing and all their input. So it's not just in the spirit of Games Workshop. It is Games Workshop. This one, unlike in Rainbows, which told me to play it at 33 RPM, right? This one's telling me to play it at 33 1/3 revolutions per minute, which is lucky because I think that's what my record player does. What colour's the vinyl? It's black. Dun 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 dun. Oh, God, Jesus, God. Learn from your past mistakes. Oh, it's not working. Shh. We're going to start with intro on side 1. Be prepared for the power, probably. We've got the heat of 1,000 suns. We're probably going to have the power of 1,000 suns musically. Right, here we go. This is Bolt Thrower's Realm of Chaos. Sounds industrial landscape. Machinery. Forces of chaos. Trying to gain control. This is ominous as fuck, isn't it? mean, it sounds like someone's got a motorbike revving up outside. But this could also be that landscape in audio form. Probably is. Oh. Right. Yes!
Existence when the start of time, fighting survival is only crime.
What I like about this kind of like 80s, 90s thrash death is those guitar riffs are really evident. Even when the drums, fuck me, even when the drums, the blast beat. And when the vocalist is, the guitars are still doing discernible riffs. Whoa! That was a nice little change of rhythm there. Holy shit. Eternal War! What would they do about a whammy bar? I have never owned. Tell life, the very first guitar I ever owned had a whammy bar. Since then, never. I'm kind of anti-whammy. Mahoney! Do you know what I mean though? The riffs themselves. Riding. The riffs are bam 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 bam. Oh, we're gonna stay slow for a little longer. At some point though. Oh, that's tight. Here we go. Yeah. Oh. Well, we're still in half time kind of thing. The drummer's doing it all this little tootsies. Oh. I am terror. A twisted reality. Mutated eternity. A twisted reality, mutated eternity. Here now you. He's going to say, here now you shall stay to grow in strength, return someday. Let's hear how he sings it. Are we going to go? Here we go. Yeah! Yeah, I've got the chorus now. 3-eye terror! 3-eye terror! Terror! A place no man dare go! Through the eyes of terror! Worlds of chaos! Overflow! Oh, that's beautifully clicky guitars. Cheers. Sort of half time again. The half time with the drummer's feet doing that. I mean, to be fair, if this was a swan, holy shit, it'd be going across this lake fast. Say, I am the master, you are the slave. I am your master, you are my son. I'll take your soul, now we'll be as one. Together we can rule the worlds. Watch as the darkness unfurls. The darkness unfurls. Or as he would say, the Dark Millennium. See, I mean, that riff, that could be something, that could be like a Metallica riff. But then once the machine of the drums comes in, I mean, that rhythm section, that is, whoa, that is a tightly oiled machine. Did I say tightly oiled? I meant finely oiled, but it's tightly oiled. Not sexually. Cruel twist of the knife. Those that dominate direct their hate. Life obliterates, humans terminate. Hope for a future is what you say. With your world in ruins, what a price to pay. Whoa! I know I've probably spoken about this kind of subject before on my Morbid Angel and Death videos. Wow. Holy shit. Something about that kind of half-time sludge where the drummer's still just massacring the kit is just like, that's the exciting part of this music. It's like when we listen to Pete Sandoval on the Morbid Angel records. Holy shit. I know, like I said, I know we've spoken about this before, but in my youth, the very first live gigs I used to go to was hang out in this kind of seedy, dark, dingy, sweaty club. Imagine a young Mercurial number 6 there, sweat dripping from the ceilings, dressed in black, long black hair. Death metal gigs. And whoa! Like a chainsaw to my fucking head. Yeah, sitting in a death metal club, drinking a Newcastle Brown, and just the sheer, I mean, through dynamic range, pressed from original tapes onto vinyl, through Mahoney, through headphones. Sounds beautiful. But in a club back in the day, it was just a wall of sheer sounds just smacking the shit out of you. I mean, I'm pretty much deaf in my right ear, which is as a result of lots of things in my life, but certainly death metal clubs never helped. See what I mean, Mel? The music itself is quite slow, but it's the feet doing that. Take out the double bass drums and just have bam, bam. It's like Black Sabbath. If you put like a meter on that, or even slow. But it's because really it's sort of half time, isn't it? Because if you now went full time, which we're probably going to do now, but we're not, to be fair. It's still the feet going. You can sort of get the meter from the hi-hat. But yeah, sitting in a club as a youngster, Newcastle Brown, wall of sheer shit and sludge, just smacking you in the face. I mean, in terms of like appreciating musicianship, right? I agree. It's easier to watch Eric Clapton or Joe Satriani or something. You know? But I think there's something about like these musicians. It's more like being an athlete. You get like a prize sprinter or a swimmer or something, and it's just like the sheer. I mean, especially the drummer, but all of the band. I mean, okay, the guitarist just pretty much has to do that really fast, which most blokes. But the sheer athleticism. Blokes dressed in black, swept from the ceiling. It's like they're working out in front of you, not sexually. Holy shit. This is sort of music where you feel like you've got to pull your testicles out of your trousers and nail them to a plank of wood. For fun. That's like call and response between a couple of guitarists. How many people do we reckon playing guitar? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So we've got a singer, I would assume, yeah. Bloke in white top, singer. So we've got a singer, bass player, singer, drummer, bass player, guitarist, singer, drummer, bass player, 2 guitarists. Yeah? What do you reckon? Bolt Thrower were an English death metal band from Coventry. Formed in 1986, the band had a succession of members, toured Europe, the States, Australia. Over the course of their 30-year career, Bolt Thrower released 8 studio albums, 3 EPs, 1 live album, 3 compilation albums and 2 demos. On the 14th of September 2016, the band announced they were breaking up following the death of drummer Martin Kearns, exactly a year earlier. The band was founded by bassist Gavin Ward and guitarist Barry Thompson in a Coventry pub toilet during a hardcore punk gig. Their second recording was the Concession of Pain demo, which they made in September 1987. Gavin had switched to guitars, and they recruited Alex Tweedy to play the bass. However, Alex did not show up for the recording, and so Gavin played both guitar and bass for the demo. 2 weeks after the recording session, Gavin's girlfriend, Jo Bench, replaced Tweedy. It is a girl. She's called Jo Bench. Joanne Bench is a death metal bass player from Leamington Spa, England, who is best known as the bassist for Bolt Thrower. She has performed on all of the band's albums. One of the few women playing in a death metal band. Cool. Right, I mean, I don't know how, that wasn't really that important, but actually no, it was important. We needed to clarify. We needed to clarify. Okay. Side two. Oh Christ. Who put a pipe there? Right. Side 2. Right. We're going to start with, on side 2. Whoa! Lost Souls Domain. An extra beat there. Those crunchy, quite straightforward guitar riffs, just with complete and utter fucking chaos surrounding it. And that's death metal, really. I found that with Morbid Angel as well. If you boil it down to its essence, it's a bunch of riffs and fantastic drumming. I think these bands really depend on the drummer. Maybe more so than any other band type. Then go straight. Yeah. Hanging out in dark, dingy clubs. Listening to this kind of music. Probably because it sort of set you apart. Made you feel like part of a crowd, certainly. But like I said before, not part of the crowd that's doing championship sprinting or championship rowing or swimming. But to pull off a gig like this, you kind of watch these guys in awe. And the naysayers will always listen to this sort of music and tell you it's just noise. But anyone in the know listens to each individual piece of the puzzle, and you can hear supreme musicianship going on here, fueled by beer straight from the river. Even people who say that the vocals are just noise, I could hear him sing No Way Out then. I mean, if I was to concentrate now, like an octopus. God, I mean, supreme levels of masturbation are preferable if you're going to be in one of these bands. Like, supreme and utter dexterity. Same actually, even with tremolo picking on the guitar. Even if you're in a band like Radiohead or Muse or whatever, there's elements of this music that actually filter through to the mainstream. That ability to just pick really, really fast on the guitar. Even your In Rainbows fans would do well to listen to this sort of music. Seriously, it's a musical education. See, hear how slow that riff really is. Bum ba da bum 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 ba da da ba da da bum ba da bum ba da. It's just like that. Yeah, it's just that. But what you've got is absolute fuckery on the drums. While everyone else, I mean, obviously the singer's constantly ripping his vocal cords apart. Probably even have shakers to this. Imagine me now with flowers in my hair, sort of hippie. Flowers in my hair, little beaded necklace, long baggy white top, just dancing in a field of tulips. I mean, obviously the song names such as Plague Bearer and World Eater and Drowned in Torment do kind of ruin the idea that I'm suggesting that this is just hippie music with a spin. I mean, I'm thinking, what music do you think Satan listens to? Because that's what I've always grown up thinking. Satan probably either listens to the blues or listens to this sort of stuff. But do you think there's a chance, do you think there's at least a chance that Satan listens to the Carpenters or the Mamas and the Papas? I'm just putting it out there. Oh! That's good! Good! Yeah! Oh. So I mean, no, take out that, just have one. And then elaborate. And then once you get to the extreme elaboration, that's what he's doing. Consider death metal drumming extreme elaboration. When I was like playing heavy metal in the old days, there is switching our topic of conversation out to the guitarist. There's something amazingly satisfying about holding a guitar that's plugged into a massive Marshall stack in a relatively small club, knowing that a note, a chord, has the power of a billion stars just coming from behind you, hitting your back, and then destroying everything it encounters. And you're just holding it in your hand. Total and utter power through 6 strings. Dark, sweat, power, nuclear ground. Those blast beats. fair, a lot of the guitar solos in death metal just seem to be just that and that. I mean, when you listen to it in more depth, you realise that the knowledge it takes to hit all the notes in one of those scales. Yeah, you're just playing scales, but to hit those scales that quickly. Trey Exagthoth, the master of it. And that's kind of Slayer, Kerry King, isn't it? Hit a note and just wheel. I could do that. Wheel. Like dive bombing. Probably need a Floyd Rose for that, but just absolute supreme musicianship from a band with a Warhammer cover and the name Bolt Thrower. It's weird. There is a piece of paper between thrash and death metal, if you listen to it. Hint. Oh, yes! Oh, see now. See what I'm saying to you, right? If you're wearing headphones, just press them right into your skull right now, right? That noise that you can hear now, right, when you're pressing your headphones against your head, sheer and utter chaos. That's what it was like in death metal clubs in like 1990, 91. Around the time of this band. Bands like Die Laughing. I mean, maybe one day someone in that band will watch this video. Wow! Oh. I mean, that's a Slayer guitar solo in a death metal song. Very Rain and Blood. Sort of stepping back into half-time. See, quite slow again, but the feet are going. He even had time for a caveman drum fill there. Digga, 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 digga. I didn't hear the scratches, did you? They weren't scratches, they were grazes. Rob. This might be Realm of Chaos. Realm of Chaos. Your nightmare has just begun. You wake up screaming, but there's no place left to run. The ancient prophecy of a dominant supremacy. Find strength for your salvation, the need for domination. The ancient prophecy of dominant supremacy. Find strength for your salvation, the need for domination. Past life you deplore, present life abhor. Future life is so unreal. Wow, he sung it at the speed of the tin creatures. It's too late to fucking hell. Try and get the next one. Welcome incursions of chaos. You know you cannot resist. He didn't do it. Welcome incursions of chaos. You know you cannot resist. To serve, worship, obey them. Right, we can get it. Welcome incursions of chaos. You know you cannot exist. To serve, women, obey. He's done it slow. He's done it slow. Welcome incursions of chaos. You know you cannot resist. To serve, worship, obey them is the only way to exist. Lunacy, the final requisition, is no longer your decision. Right, so is he going to do the next one fast or slow? Right, get a seat. Fast is the answer. He's going to do it fast. Now it's time to pay your price, the ultimate sacrifice. Gasp your final breath, cleanse down in your death. Your death! It's the intro again. The outro is the intro. We're back into that. We're back into the realm of chaos. This is a realm of chaos. Hey, hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey! Hey, 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 hey! Hey, stupid! Holy f***. Oh, fuck me. Thank you, my mercenaries. I don't think there'll be many of us at this point in the video. This will be my my worst viewed video for a long time, but I think it comes to the point where I have to just I just have to do things that make me happy as well. On the positive side, I've got to say that listening to your suggestions has made me happy. I would not have been the sort of person that walked through life listening to Earl's Sweatshirt and Danny Brown or MF Doom. But because of you, I now feel that I'm not an expert in hip-hop by any means, right? But I certainly feel that I've got an above the baseline of the people that I know, an above average knowledge now. And we were 111 albums in, and I've yet to really hear one that I've disliked. One or two, maybe one, but I'm sure even the one that I disliked, I would like again if I gave it a chance. It's perfectly understandable. If you're going to review something and you're going to give your personal view on something, that is honest, it's fair, and people, if they value your opinion, they want to hear what you think. However, there's also something to be said for just appreciating the effort. If someone believes in something to the point where they go into a studio and they record it, like Bolt Thrower did with Realm of Chaos, the people wrote the songs, they put the time in to learn the songs, they recorded the songs, the record company put the songs out there, and all in all, someone believed in something so much that there's always stuff to be appreciated. And the journey you'll have with me is one of trying to get value out of the time we invest. You either know what I mean or you don't. Thank you, my mercenaries. Over, I suppose. If you want me to give it a verdict, I thought that the drumming was fantastic. I thought the riffs were solid. I like the fact that a woman was playing in that band. I thought the vocalist did, he did that guttural vocal like they do. I enjoyed it. I sweated my ass off. And my abiding memory, my memory of today will be I listened to Bolt Thrower and it was fantastic. Over and